So welcome everyone on this Wednesday evening for the Gift Clarity Night call on creating beyond success and failure. So first of all, let me know from you guys, what does success mean to you? What do you create for? Any of your things, like be it your business, be it your relationship, what do you create it for? And what does success in business, success in relationship, success in life mean to you? Any responses? Power, acknowledgement. Okay, so validation. Yeah. And then power, more towards Preeti, probably like power of creation, or and at times control. So for Preeti, these could be the things she's looking for when she is creating something. Yeah, so Preeti, can you say that these are the expected results or outcome that you look for?
Yes,
That
Tasneem.
this
Yes.
I will feel more powerful, I'll be more potent, and I will receive acknowledgement, validation from others that I'm doing something useful, or I'm doing something which is really important. So if, everywhere you have a projection and expectation of creating a particular result or an outcome from anything that you are doing, then if you achieve that result, then you are successful. If you are not able, like if you do not get the expected outcome, then you term it as failure. Am I right?
Yes, Tasneem. Yes.
So everything that is, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobettes, and beyonds. So all the needs of creating to achieve some result or an outcome that you have bought as a point of view in this lifetime or any other lifetime, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion?
Yes.
Good and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobettes, and beyonds. So if you didn't look for any particular outcome from your creation, would there be anything like success or failure? Or what would it be, just for the fun of it, for the joy of it, and for what it is creating? For like the energetically, if it is creating more awareness, more consciousness, peace peace and happiness in your world, a better world to live in.
Yes, Tasneem. Definitely.
Everything that does not allow you to create just for the love of it, for the joy of it, for the creativity that you be, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobettes, and beyonds. And what does creation mean to you? What does creation mean to any one of you? Everything that brought up in your universe, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobettes, and beyonds. So can someone give me an example of what they are creating in their lives? So if you are not aware of what you are creating, or if you do not exactly know what do you desire to create, things would happen like as if they, we call it no, that things just happen to me because you haven't created. You haven't put an ask, you don't know what it is you are asking for. And then what you end up in doing is, we are such potent creators that if we are not aware what we are creating, we'll end up creating crap and mess in our lives. So creation, what is what you do and what is the outcome. So everything that is vomit, will you please now destroy and uncreate it all times the God zillion. Right and wrong, put
Yes.
it at pot and pork, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyond. So pretty chaos is the space from where you create. Chaos is not the creation.
Okay, Tasneem. Okay.
So creation is just the energy of change. The change, the change that you are creating, the uh, anything that any energy or physical thing that did not exist before, you bringing it into physical reality. That is how we usually define creation, though creation actually starts when you have envisioned or asked for such certain thing, and the universe has already created it energetically. It may then show up in like in this physical reality. That is more of an actualizing part that we think, like we say in access. So creation is when you are continuously asking for something greater to show up in your life, in the universe, and you are putting up your asks and you are like just willing to receive, and you are willing to take up all the actions, the energy that you have to be, and whatever you need to do in order to institute and bring into physical reality what the thing that you have asked for. You may do it consciously with more awareness, and then you create a greater future, an awesome life for you. And if you do not do it consciously, what gets created unconsciously is the pathetic, the life, or the all the mess, the crap that we end up having in our lives. And then we blame. We blame the universe, we blame other people in our lives that this is not what we wanted in our lives, and it was something thrown at us. And not take up the accountability and the responsibility that we are the ones that created that situation, that energy in our life unconsciously. So, everything that does not allow you to acknowledge the potency that you be as the magnificent creators, will you please now destroy and create at all times a concilium? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. And everything which does not allow you to acknowledge your potency as what you have already created in our lives, be it a total mess or be it a magnificent life. And then acknowledge the power, the creativity that you be as the humanoid that you truly be. Will you please now destroy and create all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, good and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. How many times we create to complete the project, to complete a class, to complete something? So everything that you have created and generated, to bring it to fruition or completion, will you please now destroy and create at all times a concilium? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Everywhere you have seen the completion of your creation as the ultimate result of your life. Will you please now destroy and create it all times the Godzillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So this is now that what we do when we set up the goals. My new year uh, goals would be this: I'll achieve this in 2023. And then when you have achieved that much, you don't know where else to go. And the ultimate completion of your life would be death. So how many of you are living in order to die? As if death is the completion of your life and living. So everything that is times a quadrillion, will you please now destroy and then create it all times a quadrillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, provides, and beyonds. So if you could just start things, you would start up the creation and let it grow, let it blossom. Let the universe take care of it and let it take it to new heights without defining a particular completion as the goal of the project, the business, the relationship, the life that you are creating. What if your projects, if your creations, if your life could be in constant state of creation, constantly growing, changing, becoming greater day by day. And everything that does not allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, will you please now destroy and create it all times a quadrillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and peons. So what's showing up? Are there any questions? Shamshad, you are on mute. Please unmute yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got present with this conversation, where all I have made myself wrong, first of all, when I couldn't complete something, what I'd set out to,
Mm.
rather than being in a 10-second increment, and where, I made completing something so real that a ceiling was put. I'm getting present to both the energies.
Very true, Shamshad. So, how many times we are just so frustrated or with ourselves or with someone else that it is like lingering on from so much time and it is not getting completed. As if completion of something was the target that you have always to look at. So, and how many times you energetically do not want to complete it, so called like take all those actions to come bring it to certain state because you don't want to let it die. You don't want to let it destroy. Because once you have completed it, you as humanoid will destroy it. We will destroy it because then what we do is we complete it, we destroy it, we recreate something else, and we just go back to square one again and again. So if you don't complete it, and you can just add more, add more to your life. And then if you don't have to complete it, like putting that energy, whatever is required to be done to a greater level, would be so much of an enthusiasm, fun, excitement for you that you will just go and do it. Whatever you are resisting and postponing, procrastinating for always. So everything that brought up, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And the other thing that Shamshad brought up that was also awesome, that whenever we have completed something, we do not like look at even like generating something greater beyond it, because we have already completed it. तो आप इसको बंद करके साइड में रख दो, क्योंकि ये तो कंप्लीट हो गया है, इसमें आगे कुछ और पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. And then you start creating again. And how much, like, creation is always from scratch, from nothing, and generation is when there is something already in existence. You have already some energies available to you, be it from your learnings, the skills that you have acquired, the inherent capacities that you have, as anything that you have as part of your inheritance or anything like, and you make use of all of it, you constitute them, put them all together in different permutations and combinations, and like generate something new from it or something greater from it. And generation is always easy, where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You are like taking like things all from here and there, and you are coming up with something new. You don't have to like go and first plant that tree, and जब फिर उसमें वो कुछ लगेगा, फ्रूट लगेगा, उसको तोड़ के लाएंगे, फिर उसका कुछ जूस बनाएंगे. उसकी जगह आप बाजार से जाके या जो आपके यहाँ ऑलरेडी पेड़ लगा है उसका भी फ्रूट लाके जूस बना सकते हो. It's like that. So generation is faster, it is easier, and it can create much greater and very less amount of time. And also it is the energy where things can show up into your life as if by magic. So when you are asking for more generative energies to show up in your life, then things can just like appear. They can, those possibilities show up. You are asking for it and it comes from nowhere. So everywhere you are putting a full stop into your lives, wherever you have defined that this is now already complete and nothing more can be added to it, nothing greater can be generated from this creation that has been tagged as complete. Will you please now destroy and create it all times a godsend. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And if you cannot, if you don't even envisage taking it to a greater level from whatever limits it has been set up to right now, then you create a ceiling limit in your life where it cannot grow beyond a certain limit. It has just touched the roof, the ceiling, and it cannot break the roof and go beyond. It cannot touch the skies, and it cannot become infinite. So all the completions and all the ceilings that you have set up in your life, in any lifetime, which does not let you grow beyond your wildest imaginations, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So would an infinite being have any completion or any limitation or any ceilings? Or would an infinite being like be just creating, changing forms? So everything that does not allow you to be the infiniteness, the expansion, the vastness that you truly be, will you please now destroy and create it all times a godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. And how many times you leave things? You do it for a couple of days and then you leave things, like leave your hobby, leave the project that you have started, or just quit in the midst of something when it does not give you the expected result, the amount of money that you had assumed that it would create, or the kind of status, the acknowledgement that it would bring you. And you keep yourself in a constant state of destroying things and recreating them. So everything that is that, will you please now destroy and create it all times of God zillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. So if success and failure were not the criteria, if they did not mean anything into your life, what would you be capable of creating and generating? The energy that you would like to be and have in your life, rather than looking for what the completion would look like. So everything that brought up, will you please now destroy and create it all times about ceiling. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. So any questions, guys? Shamshad, you are on mute.
I'm not sure with, okay, I'll ask and let's see what shows up. So, I have to go to 2, 3 banks and then get my KYC done. Okay. And I've been postponing this work for some time, like couple of months, like, to the point that, maybe my account might even get inactive, like that point. Like they've been sending me emails and messages and things like that. Now, I was just like, with all this conversation we had, I was just like thinking, why am I keeping that work incomplete? What is it that if I complete there, that I would, is it some kind of so I'm not sure
Have a
where.
point of view? Do you have a point of view, a judgment or a resistance that why do they need to do have this? Even I am doing the same. You see me here also.
No, in my case, what
I'm
I'm
not
getting,
submitting the document.
Tasneem,
So I know that I have a resistance. I have a point of view. I have so much of judgment. Why these silly guys have to ask me for that again and again? Like, why do they need that KYC? That I have a strong judgment against that. And that is what is. So all the points of views that we all have about the KYC, let us all destroy and create it all times the conciliation. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyond. So what energy, space, consciousness, choice can be and our bodies be to bring into awareness to all the authorities that put this KYC thing into place, the mm, like the stupidity of the whole process and everything that is, will you please not destroy and uncreate it all times the Godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, bobats, and beyonds. And another thing is like how much that also makes us present that whenever we want to like whenever we are creating, we have to do all the things that are required for the creation. Some of them you would love doing, and some of them are just required. And this is KYC is one of those things that is just required to be done for our financial accounting systems to be running. So how much ease can we have doing instituting all the tasks that are required to take our creations to the utmost levels, accomplishing all the tasks with total ease. Everything that brought up, will you please now destroy and uncreate at all times, a God salient, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, voice, poets, and beyonds. So Gary says so often that we have this airy fairy ideas that when we start a business or take up a job or create something, and we like it would, and when we are doing that, all of life comes to me with ease, joy and glory, like everything would be like sab acha 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 hi karna padega, sab man pasand ka hoga. So that is not what is joy and glory is. So you have to like you will have to like do everything that is required, whether you like it or not like it. When we say is joy and glory, like that is more of an energy of when we are not struggling with it, we do it with like more ease. That doesn't mean that it will all be very comfortable and there will not be any work required to be done. So everything that does not allow us to have ease with all the bureaucratic works that we have to do in order to function in this reality. Will you please now destroy and uncreate at all times the God salient, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So everyone who has like a Preeti, Shamshad, and myself, let's do the KYC and update it on the group. Done. Okay. What else is showing up? So any more questions? Or if we are done, we can then close the call. So this is a platform for you to ask your questions, change things, get free facilitation from me. And what if you could make the best out of this session? And everything that does not allow you to ask questions, will you please now destroy and uncreate at all times, a God salient, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So Shamshad, are you again?
Yes,
You are
yes.
asked, yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking you one question. So, I just got present to that everywhere I have made this bureaucratic thing, like going to certain, getting some documents and stuff like that from government agencies or the banks. What I'm getting present to is that I've made it very difficult for me to go there. Like it's I'm not sure what energy I perceive. Like I feel it's very difficult for me to go. लाइन में कौन खड़ा रहेगा इनके साथ कौन चक चक करेगा that kind of stuff. I don't know what energy this is, if anyone or if you're getting present to something.
Yeah. So one thing that like we can like you can always do before dealing with all these bureaucratic uh, setups and organizations is like flow a lot of energy towards them. Yeah. So flow a lot, like first flow a lot of energy towards them. And when they have like when you feel that they are just like full, because they are most of the times they are on neutral, they are in neutral position, so you flow a lot of energy, and then you start pulling energy from them, and then you go there.
This is
So
a good idea because I have to also go and get my passport. So I've been like, postponing it for so many
flow a
years.
lot of energy towards them, first of all. So
Tasneem, can you repeat this?
yeah, you flow a lot of energy towards these all these bureaucratic organizations, government agencies like banks, passport offices. First flow a lot of energy towards them, and when you feel that they are like almost full, because they are a neutral position, and then you pull the energy towards them, and then go to them, and then equalize the energy flow. So energy flows, like for any of you who have not yet done the foundation class, energy flows is one of the topics that is covered in the foundation class, where we learn in how to flow and pull energies, and in what situations what would work, and to get things done easily, because then and things would just flow for you. So like I have had like amazing results with embassies to get visa from the this RTO and other places where to get licenses fast. Yeah. And like for certain like FedEx cards and other things to be issued from the banks faster, and with lot of fees with this energy flows.
With this method, तो फिर USA का visa बहुत तुरंत ही मिल जाएगा. People they are saying that it's taking 2 years.
It will be like it brings a lot of fees.
Got that. Thank you. That was amazing.
Yeah. Can we try with this? What people? Yes, Preeti, you can do with people. Energy flows with people.
It means like I have to flow the energy to them constantly, and then I have to towards me, right? After that,
Yeah, you pull. Yep, pull.
yeah, I have to pull
And
after that.
what you cannot, like, still you cannot control people by doing this.
Okay.
Hmm? It's like it's not a control mechanism.
Okay.
It's like when you are going to you have already applied for a visa. You're just waiting for the visa to come for the for so it just makes them very present. Your files would not be overlooked, it would not be missed, it will not go down into that thing. So you have already applied for it, and it is something that they are supposed to do, and you are making them present that please get it done. It's not that you cannot take away people's choice by pulling energy from them. That is called like trying to control, Preeti.
Hmm.
That is what is going on in your head right now.
But Tasneem, I feel somehow stuck and I want to move from here, but I'm not able to move. Sometimes I give excuse myself, and sometimes it's like something is going on here. That's why I'm not able to move on from here. So, what
What
can
do
I
you
do?
want to know?
Sorry.
What is it that you want to move? What is it that you
Uh,
are like what like no with people, like what is it that you want to create with people?
okay. I want to move out from this city. Actually, move on.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes ऐसे कुछ circumstances ऐसे
So
होते हैं.
from the space
Hmm.
of judgment, that this
Mm-hmm.
city is not contributing to me, this city is not the right place for me, or
हाँ.
from that. So
Hmm.
then you are in judgment. So you cannot move on if you have judgments.
Okay. अच्छा.
So first move into gratitude, allowance
Mm-hmm.
with people, with city, with everything, like Leah, how much, like what they contribute where they, and what will it take for us to have like create greater. So moving out of the city will give you something is again an expected outcome. You are going to remain
Hmm.
the same. Your being is going to be the same irrespective of the city you are in.
True.
And people
Yes.
are just people. Be it in this city or this country and with other country, with other city. It's only you whom you would be able to change. So if you are looking for changing city in order to find a new set of people who would be kinder, more generous, more in allowance, then like that's not the like probably that's an asking for an expected outcome from your moving to that city. So a better space, Preeti, could be if you're like, what if I, what would my life be like if I choose to like stay in this city, and what would my life be like in if I choose to stay in some others, like in XYZ city, in 6 months from now, in 1 year from now, in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now. And then you choose without any expectation. Otherwise, you will be disappointed if the things do not turn out the way you think they would turn out in that other city as well.
True.
And you keep creating, you keep doing your uh, whatever you are set out to create and be and do.
True. True, Tasneem. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for asking that question. So that was a beautiful example of how we want expected, like subtly we are looking for some result, even we may not be aware of. Okay, so it feels to me that no one has any questions. Everyone is crystal clear with their creations, with what energy they want to be with their creations and with their lives. And that's an awesome space to be in. You can even ask questions which are not pertaining to the topic if you wish to, else we'll just close the call in another 2 minutes. So all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections that you have with your creations, with yourself, with your team, with your life, with your city, with your country, and with the business that you are in, will you please now destroy and create it all times the God ceiling. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections that you have about what you can receive from this call, will you please now destroy and create it all times the God ceiling. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections that you have about mm, what a question has to look like. Will you please now destroy and create it all times the God ceiling. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections that you have of me as a facilitator. Will you please now destroy and create it all times the God ceiling. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Okay.
Tasneem, there
Yes.
was this question Preeti had posed that, she's planning to go to another place. She wants to move out. Now, I'm just continuing this question from not from Preeti perspective, but just like if
Jan.
we get a sense, general, yeah. So if I get a sense that I would like to move out of my current location and go to another location, but I'm not even clear whether that other place will contribute to me. Like can I just go with that intention that, oh, I'm choosing to outcreate my life, I'm choosing to be more expansive? Will that choice itself create?
So first, like the thing is that first you have to get clear what you desire.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can like just like we do in many of the like energy flows, and I'm sure you were in the energy pull series. If you can just push down your barriers, expand, and look, like ask for what would you like your life to be like in 1 year from now, in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now. Get the energy of the life that you would like to have, what kind of places you would be visiting, what kind of people you would be meeting, what kind of holidays you will be going on, what kind of job you would be doing. All that energy, like you get the energy of it, not visualizations, not pictures. Hmm? Not that in not in sense. How would you be feeling when you would be uh, like being there in that situation in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now, when you would be living that kind of life? So you get the energy of that, and then you ask this question: if I choose to move to this city or country, what would my life be like in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now? And if the energy matches the energy of what you would like your life to be like, then you go ahead with that. If it is light, if it is expansive, and it matches the energy of your asks, the energy of the future that you are asking for. Did it make sense? Or did Shamshad? Yes.
I was still trying to understand energetically that, it looks
Can you
expansive.
understand energetically? You will
Yes,
be always below. You will be understand.
I got that energetically. Sorry. So I
Yes.
got that
So don't
energetically. It will be
understand.
more
Don't
expansive,
go
but
into your head
mm,
and try to understand it.
yeah, I got it energetically. It will be very expansive. But
Yes.
my second question is, I don't know, this is all going in recording, but I'm feeling, is it my mind throwing up that, like I'm doubting myself? That's what it is.
Okay.
I did my barriers down and I saw this place will be more contributing, but I'm again coming and like doubting, am I imagining or is it really contributing?
So we always love to keep resisting our expansion and remain small because that is the comfortable space we have so got used to.
This is exactly what I was trying to tell you, that with the banks also, I know that I'm holding on to all this so that I can keep going on suffering and, keep myself contracted. Whereas it takes me how much? I take out a rickshaw, go to different banks and finish the work in 1 day's time. But I'm like going on, karna hai, it's in the to do list for so many months together. And now I got the answer, what I was trying
How
to
much fun
understand.
you have going to all the banks, meeting those people, and submitting your KYC. So everywhere you have already concluded that this is going to be very boring and very monotonous, and it's not going to create. What if you meet new clients over there? What if you like meet people who would come to your classes?
उतना ज़्यादा
You
नहीं
never know.
हुआ है.
You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But yesterday I went to Saraswat Bank. It's very far from my house, and I had some work in, not day before, no, yesterday, and I just said, I just took a car and just went, and I met. I said banking has become so much more easier. This woman was so helpful and all smiling. I don't know what kind of people they are hired now, or maybe it's my my access which made me see all this thing.
Exactly.
Otherwise it used to be so boring, monotonous lines, and very very
They are just
grouchy
people.
people.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
just people. Yeah.
So yesterday was an amazing, but I've got couple more banks to go and do my paperwork. So there is just taking another 30 seconds. So there is an account. So the bank has moved, it merged into another bank, and this happened all 2 years ago. I didn't even know what my new account number is, and it's my current account. Since I don't use it, but I still need it, I don't. Then they were sending me emails, and I found out how to go put the password, and then I found out this is my new current account number. But the banks merge, no, so then there are new account numbers. But still, I have to go and do salam business to them. That okay, give me all that. They give you
So
those
everywhere
debit cards.
you have this bought this point of view that you have to do this salam business. Will you please just try and create it all times, the God's willing?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And everywhere you are not willing to receive that salam, will you please now destroy and create it all times, the God's willing?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So everywhere you've made all the banks and government institutions as the people who have authority over you and your life. Will you please now destroy and create it all times, the God's willing?
Yes. This is it.
Wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So somewhere we have got this point of view that these people are powerful. They can do anything with our money. They are more powerful. They can close our accounts. They can take away our lockers. They can like put like हमारी FDs में कुछ कर देंगे. Yeah, if we are not good to them, if we do not have like harmonious relationships with them, and like the same goes with all the government institutes, that they can mess around with our lives, they can make our life miserable if they wish to, and therefore we have to like pay our tributes to them every now and then, and they are the people who have authority and control over our life. So everything that is, will you please now destroy and uncreate it all times reconciling? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. And Shamshad, whose point of view did you buy? Was it your father's, mother's, grandparents? Whose point of view was that?
Father, and also that when I used to go to banks, no, it used to be not a very happy experience. So all of that put together. Thank you so much. You got the pulse actually. Thank you.
Yes, so everything, all the points of views of your family that that you are carrying on still with how the things go with the banks and government institutes. Will you please now destroy and create it all times support ceiling? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond.
That is one of the reason that I have not even taken my passport. Kaun panchayat kare, like, so now I'm like, my goodness, yesterday that bank visit, and I think so things are going to be different from here on. I'm just getting present. And even if they are not, I can choose ease with
Passports,
whatever is.
getting passports is like very easy these days.
Yeah, they tell, but there are all these documents that I have to still accumulate because my name has been a little concern.
All the resistance and reaction that you have doing all the documentation work, will you please now destroy and create it all?
Yes.
So God's willing, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So how much we are keeping our creation small so that we don't have to take that GST and like all the taxation work, avoiding all the taxation work. बस इतना लिमिट में बिजनेस की ग्रोथ रखो कि टैक्सेशन में नहीं जाना पड़े, है ना? तो एंड so energetically we limit ourselves so to avoid all that documentation and bureaucratic works. Yes, so everything that is, will you please and destroy and create it all times the God saving, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So if you had no resistance doing all of this work, how much more ease would you have creating a greater life?
You're a mind reader with that GST. Thank you so much. I've been resisting the GST also.
Yes, so everything that brought up, will you please now destroy and create it all times the God saving? And how many people's points of views are you buying that Having a GST would be a too cumbersome work. So everything that is times a godzillion, will you please now destroy and uncreate it all times a godzillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, pobats, and beyonds.
Even the passport was not my point of view. I just bought it. I got present when you were doing the clearing.
So most of them are not our points of view. So who does this belong to? How many people around us are thinking that way, which is putting it in our head?
This was really amazing call. Thank you. This looks like a personal facilitation only. Thank you.
Thank you for asking the question and thank you for receiving. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you for taking out time listening to this call, and please to listen to the replay. You will definitely find some clearings that would apply to your life situations, and it can clear off some stuff and lead you to greater creations in your life. So thank you. I'm truly grateful for each one of you, and bye bye. Good night.